Why Dallas had the #1 turnover margin in the NFL the first 4 years under Mike McCarthy. Dallas bringing pressure. This is the first man. Parsons for
rush the passer. You'll see Micah Parsons work. Sam Cosmi, the right guard, and it's just hit over now at number 11 back in the line.
Devontae Turpin back inside the 10 with a fair catch. So the Cowboys begin at their own 6. Rush, who's 7 of 9 rhythm, has Brevin Span 4, the monster rookie tight.
He's a big old dude. They feel big, they feel really good about his future. The young tight end.
Run right here after the first down pass play, and Dowdle's going to make it 3rd down.
Chip away. Oftentimes, if you want your run game to get better, continue to spread them out. Continue to use your...
Unbalanced to the left here for Dallas. They run behind that, and it's blown up, and it's Wagner in the...
Go just...
Defense, too many men on the field. 12 players at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Results
away in New England. And they waste no time feeding him. Slips away from Cleveland Furl. Quick throw. Turpin. Devontae Turpin.
And then let him just do the rest after the catch. I mean, you mentioned it. I mean, he was flying. That was just a... Yeah, guess who? Frankie Louvu. CeeDee Lamb is wide open, and Frankie Louvu realizes he's not going to get there, and he just goes vertical, and he's able to deflect this pass, or else CeeDee Lamb has another 1st down reception because he was wide open.
Cooper Rush getting his first real shot in a couple years with the injury to Dak Prescott. High snap. Rush will fall on top of it back at the 21. So the rookie center, Beebe, launches that snap over Rush, and they lose a dozen.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You have a decent drive going. Now 3 possessions. They've gotten a couple 1st downs. This one started back on their own goal line, and then you're in 2nd and medium, and you just throw the drive away. And again, mentioned Tyler Biotish, the all-pro center. He's now in Washington. The young rookie Beebe, and he's got a guy lined up on his face and has an errant snap.
So 3rd and 22.
Now you're just thinking bubble, smoke, something quick, and run after the catch.
And it's hit again by Louvu. 2nd time he's gotten his hand on a pass from Rush on this drive.
All right, so I think a new strategy now. These screens, any of these bootleg passes, you either need to block them or you got to run them the other direction, because he's tipped 2 passes on this drive alone, and he could just affect the game in so many different ways as an off-ball player. And obviously the biggest mark he makes is when he's on the line of scrimmage as a pass rusher.
Olamide Zaccheaus back to return Brian Anger's first punt of the day. Don't figure you're going to get another fake attempt right here. They've tried that twice the last 3 weeks, failed both times, and a booming punt right here. Zaccheaus from the 23. Olamide Zaccheaus. Good return, crosses the 40. So Washington with a 3-0 lead, trying to hand Rush and the Cowboys later this year. But these are impact players that can change games that have been out for a lot of the year.
Yeah, when you think about all their success in years past and why that formula worked, it's because when your offense is rolling, it's the #1 offense in the league. Your impact players are the guys that affect the passing game, and nobody more so. Deron Bland, 5 pick-6s just last year, and of course Micah Parsons is one of the elite players rushing the quarterback.
Play action on 1st down. There's Parsons in his face. Right away he slips it out of there. And Noah Brown has his first catch. Eric Kendricks the tackle.
And they kind of finish that point, and then all of a sudden you remove them, and then on top of that, not only does your personnel change on defense, but the style in which the game is played completely turns upside down, because teams are not chasing you going pass heavy in the 2nd half. So we said getting those 2 guys playing together, this is probably the best version of this Dallas from a personnel standpoint that we've seen in a long time.
Flag flies. Looked like Robinson was falling forward there.
false start. Offense, number 86.
Yeah, they're going to get Ertz, so not the only guy.
Yeah, you were right. Robinson, he jumped too.
Look like the CFL.
You're like, man, I wonder if they're going to call my number over the loudspeaker in front of 70,000, or did they call number 8?
So moves it back to 2nd and 12 for this Washington offense. Jaden Daniels trying to get back on track. Not as sharp the last few games so far today. Just 3 for 8, 6 yards. He's shown off on the ground a little bit, but passing game not sharp. He'll look to throw here. He's given time. He's got Brown for a first down. Noah Brown, former Cowboy, gets 13.
I think there was a lot of questions coming in. Okay, you have Terry McLaurin, Cliff Kingsbury, who's going to be that next option? And he told us we weren't really worried about it. We think Noah Brown, Zach Ertz, we'll kind of just share it, but they all kind of have that DNA that we want to build this offense behind.
Looked like he was maybe caught off guard by that snap, and now he finds Parsons pulling him to the ground for a loss.
I think the entire offensive line was caught off guard. The ball was snapped by Biotish, and nobody else moved. So you have to imagine they were expecting some sort of a double count. But
it's got to be a terrible feeling when you know who's waiting on the other side for you.
A lot of guys go wrong. It's a 5-yard penalty. When the center is wrong, it turns into a disaster.
One-on-one with Micah Parsons. Have fun. 2nd down 11. Another empty set. Quick throw. De'Ami Brown. Eric Kendricks, who's on his way to a 9th consecutive 100-tackle season, has another one right here. Quarterback of this defense, reunited with Mike Zimmer, the new defensive coordinator, who was his head coach all those years in Minnesota. So 3rd and 9 for Washington. Still haven't found Terry McLaurin, coming off that quiet game against Philly, looking for his first grab. He wants Brown here. Brown can't get it. Josh Butler the coverage. The guy who made his NFL debut just a few weeks ago, 5 years after he finished his college career, makes an impact right here.
Now, we talked so much about Deron Bland coming back, but Jaden Daniels is avoiding that side of the field. So as a result, it's Noah Brown who's getting these targets on 3rd down, and this time much better job there by Butler. Daniels takes a big hit there by Odigizua. And again, this Dallas defense, for much maligned coming in, they've played really well today early.
Keeping their team in the game with the empty possessions on offense. Pretty punt right there. Tressway pins it inside the 10, and again Dallas will be backed into its own end. And kind of a snapshot of why that's been. They've had their chances today, but 0 for 2 in those deep trips, and then a fumble. First team this season that has pulled off that trifecta their first 3 drives. Block field goal, missed field goal, fumble to begin their day. And again, backed into their own end here. Started off with a fake, and Cooper Rush will slide ahead, get a few. Not his strength, he'd be the first to tell you that. His 7th season as the backup for the Cowboys. Had a shot a couple years ago, did really well. Went 4-1 with Dak Prescott out at that point with a thumb injury. Waited for his chance, getting it again here. And trying to build off a career-high 354 yards against the Texans on Monday night. 2nd and 7. Dowdle. Rico Dowdle has a first down.
You talk about Cooper Rush. I think there's a lot of Cowboy fans and a lot of people out there in the media say, why not give Trey Lance an opportunity? But when you talk to Mike,
Bây giờ không được hả? Bây giờ xì xò rồi. Có cho bạn ảnh đấy. Bây giờ xì xò đấy. Không biết người dân soạn cái nhớ mình soạn. Bây giờ gì? Để không có cái giao nam đó. Và cái tin tư để cảm ngay cái bài tự nhiên đó đâu mình phải sao
tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây không thấy à? Tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây nè, tao đang đi tác nghiệp đây.